power.
No, every
There you go.
time.
Hold down a second. Here is a leprechaun move, isn't it? Fair enough.
He's
Because
gonna do it again. He's gonna nick all the jewels of. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
yeah,
This is
two of those have done it.
angry because he knows where they are when they're not actually on the screen, but I don't. That is not fair.
So skewed.
Ah!
There's not a lot you
I'm
can
not
do about
losing
it.
to the game.
And he's still.
That was ridiculous! Ow. How's he doing this? How is he getting them?
I told you it
This
is.
is by far the most annoying game I've ever played on stream. Fucking game in the bin, honestly, I'm fuming.
Hello and welcome to another vaguely exciting edition of Top Hat Chat. I'm here with the Top Hat Gaming Man and myself, Street. We're going to be discussing today something that I know is going to make my colleague here very, very angry. And that is a game that we've been playing on our Twitch stream recently.
Recently?
Yeah, that was semi on purpose. And that is Power Stone. Yeah, I knew this would upset you. And there are many reasons why. We will get to those very, very soon. But Power Stone is one of those games that...
You're holding it backwards.
I know, I'm holding it because I'm really angry about it.
Okay. You're making me look at it. I don't want to look at the front
I'll turn it
camera.
around.
Thank you.
There we go. It's one of those games that lots and lots of people have absolutely raved about in conversations that I've had about the Dreamcast, and have said one of the reasons to play the Dreamcast is to play Power Stone. When we started playing it on stream, it looked wonderful. It was beautiful, cartoony graphics, some
Kind of like Smash Brothers, but in a 3D environment before Smash Brothers existed.
Yeah, I mean, it had some vaguely derivative character sprites, which reminded you of things that you like to play, which is good.
Yes.
And yeah, it felt very, very nice from how much you played it. I mean, I played a little bit off stream afterwards just to see why Richard was so angry. And yeah, it was nice. It controlled well.
I was having a lot of fun with the game at points in the beginning.
Yeah.
Learning the game.
Yeah, and you didn't actually want to come off of it for a
I
very,
didn't.
very
I was
long
like,
time.
wow, this game's amazing. I really, really like it.
Yeah, really, really lived up to the hype.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then what happened?
I got to a boss, which is apparently, according to people in the stream, the second to last boss. So not the actual last boss. And it just felt like my opponent was cheating all the way through the match. My computer generated opponent just kept... He knew things I didn't know, and that was making me really annoyed because it seemed like an unfair playing field. The fact that this character could see things what are off screen, but I couldn't see things what was off screen. So it just made it repulsive and annoying and angry. And I'm getting angry just talking about it.
If you have a little look here, you see there's the coiled brow, the squinting eyes, the sad mouth. They are all indicative of Richard's rage.
Yes.
So yeah, this boss was incredibly unfair, and in chat we were asking people kind of what they thought about it and having brief discussions backwards and forwards. And this is an arcade game, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is ported from an arcade game, and the conclusion that we came to was that because it's an arcade port, it is unfair.
Yes, it's generally made unfair so that if you're playing it in an arcade, you'll keep putting money in to try and beat the game.
And how many retries did you have on that last boss? At a very rough estimate.
20?
I would say considerably more.
More, maybe.
So if you were putting in your... How much were arcades at the time? 50p's?
Well, I'd say 50p.
Yeah, so if you're putting your 50p's in, you probably would have thrown away...
£10.
10, 15, 20 pounds into this machine. Just
on just that bit, not get into it first.
Yeah, which makes it great for an arcade because, you know, you keep on throwing money, it makes the arcade money, everybody enjoys themselves. On a home console, it's less... What's the word I'm looking for?
Less enjoyable,
Yeah.
less practical even,
Yes.
I would say.
And it seems like whoever developed the game didn't put a lot of effort into making it more fair for a home console.
Making it more home console, it was very much an arcade experience, which is what the Dreamcast is known for, I suppose. Bringing the arcade into your living room.
Yeah, which is great for House of the Dead.
Yes.
Not so great for Power Stone, where, I mean, it looked so skewed in favour of the CPU that it almost became unenjoyable to watch.
It was almost laughable, wasn't it? Because you
Yeah.
could see. The only way I was managing to play was watching what direction the CPU was running in to get gems. I knew where they were based on the direction he was going in, and he wasn't. The CPU wasn't even interested in fighting me a lot of the time. He just wanted the gems, didn't he? So he just was running towards the gems, and I was basically trying to punch him in the face before he could get to the gems because he could see them and I couldn't.
I mean, there were some mechanics that went unused in your playthrough, which we did find out a little bit later on, which is a bit of a shame, really. But regardless of that point, it's still so skewed.
It was very ridiculously skewed.
Yeah. So you had loads of fun playing it. We played it for a long time on stream. It was about 45 minutes, probably.
Maybe longer than that.
Maybe even longer than that.
Ages.
Up until that point, and then about 7 tries into that, it became absolutely redundant.
It was so annoying, so annoying. And then people in the stream started saying, yes, single player's always been really annoying in this game, and apparently people don't love it for the single player; they only love it for the multiplayer.
Yeah,
which I never knew.
And I suppose that would be less skewed.
Yes, because obviously it's all fair, isn't it? If you've all got a controller in your hand.
But again, why would you want a completely useless single player mode?
Well, I wouldn't call it useless, but it's just very unfair single player mode. But I suppose it's a bit like a really old game on the Master System or NES, isn't it? In the fact that it's really short, so we just make it ridiculously hard. But I think that's all fine, make something hard, but skewed. That's what I found annoying.
Yeah, if it's something that's going to be really hard, it also has to be fair.
Yeah, and it's not a fair game in my opinion.
Yeah, and from your experience.
Yeah, I've played a lot of bloody games, and there's not been many games I can say what I found as irritating as Power Stone. Honestly, I was raging.
So we can kind of try and make some kind of vague conclusion out of this. Would you recommend Power Stone?
Not as a single player game, no.
No.
It was fun all the way through until I got to the end, and then the end just made me rage because I had a lot of fun getting to that point. But then when I got to that point, it was almost impossible. Raging, obviously, because I felt like I'd wasted all my time. Because if I start a game, I like to finish it, especially if I've enjoyed it. So I just felt completely unfulfilled with that game because I had fun getting all the way through it, but then I got to the end and then just hit a brick wall, so I didn't get no reward.
Yeah, I can really see how that.
This isn't very good for a stream either. I don't think.
No. So should we wrap up now? Is that our conclusion?
Yeah, Power Stone is overrated, extremely overrated.
At least in the single player.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Although, did you know on the Dreamcast there's also a Power Stone 2?
Is there?
Which I don't own, but maybe I need to buy it on eBay soon. See whether they've cleaned it up.
Maybe check the reviews first.
But we know reviews are always lies anyway.
Real reviews, people reviews.
But this has got good reviews.
I thought you were grabbing them. Okay, so for the end of the video, we would like to know your opinions on Power Stone, whether you've played it, whether you thought it was skewed. If you watched us play it live, what did you think about him getting so angry about it? Were you screaming at the TV, thinking, just do this and you'd be fine? Maybe it was our mistake. I don't think it was, but maybe it was. So yeah, just leave some comments.
I was given too much time to learn for it to have been my fault.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
So what are your experiences of Power Stone? Would you recommend it? Would you recommend Power Stone 2 if you've ever played that? And what were your experiences of the game?
Yes, we would really like to know. We are interested in your opinions.
Yes. So, until the next video, I suppose. Cheerio.
Cheerio.